Thanks for tuning in. Today I have a really exciting Paris haul to share. If you're tuning in for the first time, hi, I'm Katie. I like to do these luxury fashion videos here on YouTube. I share hauls and reviews, but at the end of the day, I share my journey so we can all mindfully curate our own collections. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment down below with your favorite item from this haul. All of your support really means a lot to me. As you can see, I picked up quite a number of goodies while I was visiting Paris. And if you have not seen some of my last videos, they are vlogs of what I've been up to recently and why I haven't been able to post videos very consistently. But I'm back, and literally I just got back and I wanted to film this as soon as possible so I can start wearing all of the pieces, putting them away, all of that good stuff. I have a lot to get through. I'm just gonna jump right into it. I think I'm gonna organize it by brand so that if there's a specific brand you guys are interested in, you can always check out the chapters at the bottom of the player and fast forward or go back or whatever you need to do. Let's get started with Dior. I visited the Avenue Montaigne Dior flagship store. It is a gorgeous store. I think it's like two full stories. They have their homeware section. They also have a restaurant and a Dior cafe. Like, we practically spent half a day there, an entire like half day in that space. And we picked up a few things from the store as well. The first being this t-shirt right here. This is of course from the men's section, surprise, surprise. My recent trip to Dior, like the flagship store, almost confirmed that my preferences when it comes to Dior is just pretty much exclusively the men's line. A really simple white t-shirt with a little pocket, this side right here. And it's part of their like 1947, I guess it's like their essentials line. And so it's really plain with a little pocket and a patch in the front. And then on the back, there's this gorgeous embroidery, Christian Dior 1947, Avenue Montaigne on the back. And we just liked how simple it was. We, as in my partner and I, we just liked how simple it was. It's really clean, and this is actually all embroidered on there. The other items we picked up are actually from the home section that we were really excited to see in person. All right, so they had these adorable little cups in the home section, and this one in particular that says 30 Montaigne is actually exclusive to the Avenue Montaigne boutique. The other one we chose says C'est la vie, which we thought was really cute. These are all hand-blown glass made in Italy. These colors are actually random, if that makes sense. So if they do have more than one, I suggest you try and see if you can check out the different designs if you are particular about that, and see which one you like. So these are the ones that we picked because I liked the color combos on these. But I have never seen these anywhere else. Of course, I'm not super familiar with Dior's homeware as much anyway because I haven't seen it in person. I'm familiar with certain lines, like the Canage, Baccarat glasses. Then there's ones that are like more of like a V shape, and then I know there's like a Lily of the Valley line. Like I was familiar with some. I'd never seen these before. I just liked how playful they were, so we picked up two of these. Dior also has like exclusive Avenue Montaigne packaging. I saw it. I saw other people have it. It's like a white bag that has the Avenue Montaigne store sort of embossed on it. And I don't know why I didn't get that one. I think I got their plain one. It might have been because I purchased from the homeware section and not the women's wear. But the men's shopping bag was the same, like blue Dior shopping bag. So I still brought this one back from Paris because it was cute and special, but I did not get the ultra exclusive packaging. Now, I think I will move on to Celine. This is actually the first time that I ever purchased from Celine. I can't say that Celine has been a brand that's like super high on my radar in general, but I noticed that the Celine prices were actually really great in France. I think on average, an item would be about $100 less on retail, and that's before you got your VAT back. I was interested in checking out some Celine bits, and I walked away with some really cool stuff, I have to say. The main thing I wanted to check out at Celine was actually a pair of sandals, and I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't actually find them that easily. But one of the other things that I wanted to check out and potentially buy from the Celine boutique was a baseball cap, and I indeed got it. I got the size medium, and the size medium I think fits perfectly for myself. It also fits my partner, and it comes in black and navy. Initially I was going to go for the navy. I wanted something that felt a little bit more casual, but I don't know, the navy just didn't seem to fit me as well, so we went with the classic black. If you watched my vlog, you've probably seen some clips of me trying stuff on, so a lot of this should look pretty familiar. But the other item I picked up from the women's section is actually this kind of cropped chambray oversized shirt, and it's super lightweight, super cute, and I just really liked that it's cropped. The only Celine mark you have is the like little monogram here, and the back is pretty plain. It's a 3/4 length sleeve. I'm noticing how much I like to wear my partner's like Dior denim jacket and his like Louis Vuitton workwear as kind of like a jacket and just something to throw over like a tank top. His pieces are just a little too large for me, and sometimes they can be a little overwhelming. So that's why I picked up this cropped version, because it is super cute. I realized I just needed one of my own, basically. And last but not least is actually, I think you can see a little bit of a theme. I was definitely on some sort of denim kick, but I also picked up this white, more Western inspired. It's a long sleeve, much longer length shirt, jacket type thing. This is actually from the men's line, surprise, surprise. So I actually got this in a size small. I believe it's a men's small. It's pretty large. I'm not usually a men's small. I will usually still go for like a medium or a large because I like things to be a little bit more oversized. But this is a small, and it fits really comfortably, but it has a nice shape to it. It is a little bit of a high-low hem, so the front is shorter than the back, and it's perfect to be able to wear as like a dress if you wanted to like cinch it in, wear it as a dress. I can also just throw it on top as like a longer jacket-ish. Just looks really cool, to be honest, and I liked that it was like a white color, perfect to throw on, so I picked this up as well. That's actually everything that I picked up for myself at Celine, but there's actually something else really special that I picked up, and this is actually going to be for you guys. I don't have all of my giveaway details ready yet, so I know it's a little annoying to like sneak peek this but not actually have a giveaway go live, but I did want to let you guys know that I picked something up from Celine to give away to you guys, but I felt like it was really appropriate because I wanted to get something from France, and this was really the first time that I got really interested and excited about Celine. Like, it was my first time really in there. I had such a good time in the store. So anyway, this is something coming soon. I think I basically have Hermes and Chanel left. So let me go with Chanel first, because as you can see, I have a lot of orange boxes to get through. So Chanel. I also went through a number of different Chanels. One at Le Bon Marché, the department store. One was at Printemps, the department store that's right next to Galeries Lafayette. And then I also, of course, went to the Rue Cambon store as well. As you can see by the special white packaging. I am such a sucker for packaging, guys. I'm such a sucker for packaging. I just couldn't not get something to have the white packaging. I know, right? And that is this little cutie right here. I immediately fell in love with this color. I believe this is a 21A color. It is a light pink. I would reckon this to be a little bit more of a pale pink that has a bit of a neutral undertone to it. It's like that lipstick color that we all like to get, but like doesn't really show up in your lips. You know what I'm talking about. Like, it looks so cute in the tube, and then when you put it on, but it's definitely a very cute color in this little card holder on a chain. I felt like this would be really great for like summertime evening, so weddings or kind of, you know, those kinds of occasions where you want something or you need something, but you don't want it to be like too big, too bulky. I really liked this little accessory a lot more, and it was at a much better like price point. So that's why I just wanted to pick this up to commemorate my time at Rue Cambon. Teehee, there's more. I did try on some of the ready-to-wear, and I was initially interested in this like a silver strappy tank top that was part of 21A, and they didn't really have it in my size. I did try it on, and to try it on, the sales associate offered to bring some bottoms, and I ended up not getting the tank top, but getting the bottoms. I told you I had something with denim this trip, okay? But I basically picked up this pair of white jeans, and the bottom has this really cute extra kind of frill detail on there, and the buttons are super cute, and the rivets on the side also have the same kind of button detail. And there are CC details on the back pockets. These were from 22A. They were super comfortable for me, and they were unexpectedly flattering, in my opinion. It was really interesting because literally like the day before, I was walking around with my partner, and while we were looking at something, I was like, oh, I wish like white jeans looked good on me. Like I literally said that out loud. And then the next day I went and I tried these on, and they actually looked good, and I was like, well, now I think it's some sort of sign that I should get them. The one other item we picked up from Chanel is actually going to be a gift for my partner's mom, but I wanted to share it with you all as well. There's a fragrance called Paris Paris. There were a series of fragrances in the boutique that were all these like cute candy colors, and they were all different locations in Paris. So of course, Deauville, Paris, La Pausa, I think, was one, and there are like two or three more locations, and each one is a different scent. Now I can move on to Hermes. I'm not going to keep any sort of waiting game going on around Hermes. No, I did not get an appointment, so I do not have any handbags to share when it comes to Hermes. I am still 100%, 1,000% super excited about all of the pieces that I did pick up from Hermes, because all of these are pieces that I have either never seen in the flesh or can never get my size. You know, like there are just things that I know exist, but like I never was able to get them before because they just didn't exist in my size, or my boutique never got them. So I'm still super excited about all of the pieces that I picked up while I was in Paris, even though it's not a handbag. I think I'm going to do a separate video about my shopping experience at Hermes. I did go to all 3 boutiques that are in Paris, so I could get a sense of what each store is like and how they're, you know, the different styles they have and all that stuff. So I will do a separate video about that, but if you have any specific questions, feel free to leave them down below, and I'll make sure to answer those in that next video. I'm going to start with the box that's way at the bottom, because those are shoes for my partner that are actually not in the box. It is the Kelly Loafer in brown suede with actually a dark gunmetal colored hardware. I love that it's this darker hardware because I feel like it's still there, but it doesn't stand out too much. It's not like bing, you know? And so I feel like it goes really well with the brown suede as well. These have a leather bottom, so my partner is going to get them sold. But these were a really cool find, because like I know the Kelly loafers are really classic, but to be honest, I don't think we've ever seen them in our local boutique because they're practically out of stock all the time. The next box is actually a pair of shoes for me. Ta-da! These are the shoes that I picked up for myself. Now, I know they look like the really classic Paris loafers, but they actually have a rubber sole. So if you look from the side, you'll see that there is a contrasting color rubber sole at the bottom. These are a new style of shoe that came out for pre-fall collection, and you can see there's a silver H buckle at the front. I am personally really liking loafers in general as like a type of shoe to wear. I feel like for me, they're a lot more comfortable than wearing like ballerina flats. A lot of times will pinch at the front kind of toe cap area. And I also like loafers because they can be a lot more dressy than sneakers, perhaps. And so like I love my sneakers and I love like having dressier shoes too, but I feel like loafers are like the nice in between. I also had a rubber bottom, so they make them perfect for all year round, basically rain, even snow technically, like you could still walk through them. So that's why I picked these up for myself. I also don't have a pair of Paris loafers yet, so I thought it's cool to pick up a pair of Paris loafers in Paris. But like most things that I get, they are like really classic, but with a little twist. One of the other items that we picked up that is also something that we haven't really been able to see a lot of is a bag strap, as you can see here. And this is like a thicker canvas strap with a brown and orange inside. Now you might be wondering why we picked up a bag strap when I don't really have a bag that's in this color. Well, A, it's manifestation, and B, it's actually for my partner's camera. Of course, you can get straps that are made for cameras, but we thought it was pretty special and fun to get an Hermes strap for his camera. And in case there's anybody who's a photography enthusiast or a photographer in your life, this is also a great gift idea. It has that classic orange color on the inside, so it is that hint of Hermes there, but it's not like screaming Hermes all over the strap. All right, we're down to these few boxes here. I'm going to open both of these at the same time because I think it's easier for me to explain both of them at the same time. Ta-da! These are actually two card holders, two leather card holders, but you might be able to tell from the colors that these are not your ordinary colors indeed. Both of these are styles that I had never seen before, but they had this interesting style of a card holder in a lime color on display, and so I found it really intriguing. I liked that it was very simple. I liked that it was just like a little leather piece. And a little out of the ordinary, so I asked to see if there were any other colors, and lo and behold, they had one in Bleu Brume. Now, how amazing is that? I mean, I really don't think I'm ever going to be able to get a bag in that color, but I mean, if I could get it in a little SLG, why not? So that's exactly what I did. So this is in Bleu Brume, and it is in the Mysore Chèvre leather, the goat skin leather, and I love the goat skin leather. I love the sheen and the texture that it has. I just felt like this was like everything made just for me, like the color, the leather, the style, so I picked this up. Now, while we were looking at what other colors there were in this style, that's when this bad boy caught my eye. This has a really cute little H at the bottom in the corner. It's an interesting style because it has basically 3 pockets, but also 2 additional slip style pockets in between as well. So you can fit up to, I think, like 5 cards. I'd never seen this style before. And again, the color caught my eye, and guess what color? Guess what color, guys? Mauve Sylvester, which I think is my favorite light pink color to date. So I basically died when I heard that it was Mauve Sylvester. And then the color on the inside is chai. Oh, and chai is such a gorgeous, gorgeous beige color as well, that I was practically like, well, oh my gosh, this is like another color combination that I don't know if I'll ever see again in my life. Do I need another SLG? Probably not, but that's how it came home. I almost forgot about this guy. This is actually a men's losange. It's the small size, and it's actually in full cotton, and this is for my partner. It has like horses and dragons kind of like sketched on there. It's actually a really fun print. He wanted to get one of these to basically almost wear it almost like as like a little bandana. So let me just show you. You can like fold it up and then you can like wear it around your head. So that's how he wanted to wear this style. So we found the losange works better than the typical kind of square. And also this one is 100% cotton, which I feel like is pretty rare from Hermes. I feel like most of the time there'll be some sort of silk mix, but if you're going to wear it around your head, I feel like silk can be a little hot. Now I'm filming, right? Guys, my battery ran out, so I put in a new battery, and then I practically finished my entire haul, and I realized I didn't hit record. Teehee. The last orange box for me is in here, and it is a super classic item that I am actually surprised that I was able to get. Like, I was surprised I even found it. And I picked up the very classic Kelly belt. I picked it up in the gold Epsom leather with rose gold hardware. And as a lot of you probably already know, the Kelly belt is a one-size adjustable belt, so that makes it really great to be able to wear on your waist and on your hip without having to like punch like 5 million holes into it. And I was pleasantly surprised with how much I liked the rose gold and gold leather combo. I always thought that I really only liked gold with silver hardware because I felt like the yellow gold hardware is really rich, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the gold color is a little warm, and then the yellow gold makes it a little more warm. So I felt like it just overall turns very rich. But I find with the rose gold, it almost like blends seamlessly because the rose gold isn't super pink, and it actually like sometimes in some lights it just feels like a slightly toned down yellow gold. I think that's why I really liked this combo. And I find it really adorable that the Kelly belts come with 2 little baby dust bags for you to slip onto the hardware so you don't scratch them. The one other major brand store that we purchased from is Moncler. And we stopped by Moncler to pick up some gifts for the guys in my family. And Moncler overall was also a lot cheaper in France. On average, I would say like the polos were about $100 cheaper from the retail USD price, and that's before you get your VAT back. Wanted to mention Moncler as well, in case anybody's interested. Like, it's a good brand to check out when you're in France. And then for other kind of skincare, makeup, beauty related items, I picked up something from Sicily for my mom. I got the all day, all year essential anti-aging protection. I think it's basically like a moisturizer, all day protection. It's mostly for daycare. I think this is a new product, or it's like a revamped version of their existing product or something like that. But Sicily is definitely a lot cheaper in France. I also picked this up from the airport duty free, so that helped as well. Okay, and then I also picked up this. Now, this is Hair Ritual by Sicily. Right before our trip, my partner actually sent me a link to this item in particular. It's the Le Spray Volume. It's a volumizing hairspray. And he sent it to me and he was like, apparently this is supposed to be really good. And it's like $100 in the United States. And I was like, yeah, but I don't know if I can spend $100 on a hairspray. Well, at the duty free, this was effectively like $62 or something like that. So in the name of science, I picked one up so I can try it out, okay? So I can try it out for all of you guys and let you all know whether it's actually worth it. I think those are all of the like fashion and beauty items. So now I'm going to move on to some of the miscellaneous like food / silly things that we picked up, because I don't know, I like sharing those things too. Because I am a stationary person, at the top floor of Galeries Lafayette, they had some of this like stationery on the side, and it was just super, super cute. So I had to pick it up. One is called Le Spleen de Paris. It's actually the title of a book. So the whole theme of these notebooks, they're actually empty notebooks. So they're like lined blank pages on the inside. But the theme of these notebooks is that they often are based off of a famous book. So there was like the Odyssey on there. This one's also another French book. Le Spleen de Paris is a book, and this phrase, from what I could understand, was to express kind of the melancholy drab of life. And I just thought that was so hilarious, because like this notebook, at least in my eyes, looks very aesthetically pleasing, but it's like really like, it says something that represents something really dull and drab about life. And then I picked this one up. It's for the ideal library, is what it says on top. And I got this to give to my sister-in-law. She is really into She really reads a lot of books and stuff like that. I thought it was interesting. This is also another work of literature. Kind of log the books that you read and some of your thoughts in there. So I thought this would be really good for her. Okay, now we're going to move on to some of the food items, but before that, I have something a little bit random that I picked up from Le Grand Épicerie, which is basically the like grocery side of the Le Bon Marché department store. And you might be like, why did you get that? And you know, initially my partner was a little bit like that too, because I was like, oh, this is really cute, this is exciting, like why don't we get this? And he was like, what are you going to do with that? Like we have enough like reusable bags at home, like why do we need to get this one? And I was like, yeah, but this is like really good for like your fruits and like vegetables after you go shopping. Like you can just like throw them in there, and it seems like really cute and Parisian to do that. Plus it also just reminds me of the place that we were staying at and Le Bon Marché and all of that. So we picked this up. This was like €3 as well. So I was like, you know, it's not like I'm trying to spend like $25 on a reusable bag. I picked up some French chocolate. These are mostly so that we have them handy to give as gifts to folks. But it's Le Chocolat de François. Francais? Maybe it's Francais. I don't know. Again, I don't speak French. But honestly, I got them because I really liked the packaging. In the spirit of packaging, also picked up these. I just really thought it was funny that it was in like a little Eiffel Tower looking package. These are actually little crepe cookies. Like they are, yeah, these are delicious, absolutely delicious. So we picked this up to give as like a souvenir gift. We also got some biscuit and tea because also seems very French. Those little like biscuits that are dipped in chocolate. So we got these, and then this is rose tea. This is like the original tea of Marie Antoinette. It says Nina's Paris. I think these actually have like rose petals in them, so we picked these up as well. From Le Grand Épicerie, I picked up these little candies. They just reminded me a little bit of my, I was gonna say my childhood, but I mean, yes, my childhood, but in particular, they remind me of my grandma. My grandma would always have, you know, the little tins with candy in them that had the fruit flavored candy. Once I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, I want that candy now. So I was like looking around to see if I could find it. And this was the best thing that I could find. So I decided to get this just to put on my desk while I'm working, so I can just pop one in case, you know, I hit the midday crash. Oh, and then last but not least, at the duty free, we picked up this from Bon Maman. I think this is like the jam brand as well. I picked up, if you watched my vlog, you saw the little heart thingies that I picked up, so those are delicious, and I brought all the leftovers from that, and it's the same brand, but these were little like, they look like little like chocolate biscuits. I think that's pretty much everything that we picked up while we were in Paris, not to mention all the wonderful food that we had, just the places that we went to. I thoroughly enjoyed so much of my trip. And I have all of these wonderful goodies to remember the trip as well. But I am planning on doing a number of follow-up videos around my trip to Paris as well. So how I packed all of this stuff back with me, including all of the boxes and all the bags and all of that good stuff. Also wanted to share my experience at the different Hermes boutiques. I also wanted to share some of my like tips on how to plan your trip and sort of what to expect when you're out there so that you don't make some of the same mistakes that I did. So those are at a minimum some of the videos that I wanted to make. But if you have any other specific questions, feel free to leave them down below or head on over to Instagram and I'd be happy to help however I can. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate all of your feedback and support. If you like this kind of content and you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I post new fashion related videos every Sunday and Wednesday. So until next time,